News, 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 news. Sorry. Pebble has just announced a new feature for the upcoming Pebble Core wearable. The Pebble Core will get Amazon's Alexa integration. With Alexa on the Pebble Core, you can do things like get briefed with news headlines, review your Pebble health summary, order pizzas, and a whole lot more. Pebble CEO Eric Mijikovsky says that experiencing Amazon Alexa on the go will be game-changing, especially since the Pebble Core has an open platform for people to tinker with as well. The Kickstarter campaign now has over $9.1 million in backed pledges, and the current ETA for the Pebble Core is early 2017. Since its launch back in November of last year, the Steam controller has sold over 500,000 units. And yesterday, Steam announced that the controller will be receiving a few more improvements and features. Devs are working on fine-tuning their game launches so that they can work great on the Steam controller from day one. You can now use the controller with a pop-up keyboard for non-Steam programs, and probably the most exciting feature, Steam VR support. The controller will be fully supported in VR game theater mode, which includes using the motion controls as a steering wheel. What do you guys think of the upcoming features for the Steam controller? Are you like me and have one already? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment down below. And in Google news, the Googs is adding new tools to its My Account Service Hub to allow for both Android and iOS users to manage their lost or stolen phones. My Account will now allow for both platforms to sign out of different Google services to prevent unwanted access. Now, in terms of locating a lost phone, Android users will be able to lock it, call it, and place a callback number on the screen of their Android device. But for iPhone users, Google will redirect you to the Apple iCloud, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of this in the first place, but it's nice to know that they are thinking about Apple users. Also, on a completely different note, the Google Play Store will now suggest users delete specific apps they no longer use, freeing up device storage space. It's time for... Thanks GTA Mics for your submission. If you have a version of Lightning Round that you want to share, tweet at us. You know you want to. I don't know why I did that. Amazon's Fire HD tablet now has a new version with an aluminum shell, or aluminium as some of you across the pond will say. There will also be a 64 gig version. Xiaomi's Mi Band 2 now has an OLED display and will remain super affordable at around $23. Samsung is letting their laptop owners know that they might want to hold off on upgrading to Windows 10 due to driver support issues. Google self-driving cars are now allowed to honk if there's imminent danger and if there's someone who is obliviously backing up toward the car in the parking lot. And finally, Samsung is giving away free Gear VR headsets again when you buy select Galaxy smartphones. Deal ends on Father's Day, June 19th. Sources for all of today's news stories can be found in the NCIX forum post linked in the description. Simbak dahar tempe saban anjang. Send us more things to say using hashtag NCIX YoDog, and it might get chosen on an episode of NetLinked. This week it's the NCIX Championship Savings Event because sports! The Canadian deal is an actual NCIX PC, the EX3 Tier 2, for $1629.99, that's a savings of $250. The American deal is a fractal design Define R4 for $69.99, that's a savings of $40. Click here for the Canadian deal, and click over here for the American deal, and check the link down below for the rest of this week's savings from this week's sales. Sports! Alright, that's it for NetLink Day. Thank you so much for watching. Click over here for previous videos and check us out on Twitter right over here. But as always, like the video if you liked it, comment down below for fans with benefits, and subscribe for more like this from NCIX. Now, if you'll excuse me, lunch, 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 lunch.